Well, that didn't work out very well. It worked the whole time I was testing it with Mark, but it certainly did not play the whole intro, did it? I hope y'all can hear me now. Let me click to the game and put the sound on now. That's about as high as I want it to go. I may make this window just a little bit smaller. So that I can just see the chat on the screen instead. And then not use my phone. That will be better. Alright, so can y'all hear the music of the game very well? Or do I need to turn it up just a hair? Yeah, I think that's too loud. Put it on 5. Alright, so I've played this before, but it has been a hot minute. So I think I'm gonna start it over.
Oh.
And I've got some more expansions too, so eventually I'll probably get into those. In fact, I think there's new ones out. So I gotta do the tutorial again. So we're gonna... Basically, this is like Planet Coaster. It's the same people that make Planet Coaster, but it's Planet Zoo. So I'll be running a zoo, and there's tons of all sorts of animals. Alright, so we're gonna start new. This one can be kind of difficult, so I'm thinking about making it easy, but we'll start it at medium. If I fail, we'll go to easy. There's all sorts of stuff you have to pay attention to. They do not have this one on PS4 or PS5 right now. I don't think they're ever going to put it on console. It's on my computer. Just taking a long time to load. Here we go.
Ah, heyo ad hematu. Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets.
Oh my.
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Complete cheese.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat. Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel. this is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel? See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Getting used to being on this thing with a mouse instead of a controller. Might need to see if I can figure out how to control it on the controller.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Habitat. Right there. Okay.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Night, Robert Pearson. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Okay, animal training session? Trading. Okay, there we go.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
I think I already did.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action. Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal
Chris.
welfare information panel, which we saw
the
earlier,
thumbnail,
where
too.
you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to
switching
be
it out
addressed.
soon.
Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Small food trough. Where do we want the small food trough? Probably where like people can watch them eat. The watering hole in the shade. I won't let me put it in the shade. Put it by this rock.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Warthogs need a mud bath.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a fair old state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Also, just so y'all know, the animals poop. And it has different poop for each animal. I need to turn the sound effects down just a hair. Or really the voice. Alright, let's see. Where are we supposed to head? Right here. Okay, so you... Alright, let me turn my audio up. I can do that. I turned it down a little bit. Is it too loud like this? I see, that's hot. That's hot. What about right here? Is that too low, too hot? What do we think? I'm using a new software to stream, and so I'm testing things out tonight.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner. Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay.
Let me turn the game sound down a little bit more too, though. Or here, let me turn these up. But turn the overall volume there.
Job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier.
Alright, what about
Every
that?
habitat needs a
That
habitat
better?
gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out?
know.
Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Alright. Y'all tell me how that works. Okay, so we have, what did she want me to do? Add a gate. Okay. Right here. Gate. The gate there. Oh, it wants it in this area. Okay. No. Well, it won't let me. It just keeps saying red. Now I'm hard to hear. Well, crap. Hold on. Okay, I've got my volume all the way up. That's as far as it goes. So how's that? Where does it want this stupid gate? There we go.
Right. Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Can't see it. Well, how are the people gonna see the ostriches if there's brick in the way?
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder.
At least she
But
knew
seeing
what I
as they're
noticed.
banned, I'd like you to select a
You
piece
hear
of
me,
barrier
sorta?
and swap out
Okay,
the brick for a
maybe-
glass barrier.
Maybe this volume needs to come down somewhere then. She is really loud.
Guests can see in.
Okay, what about now? No, you can't hear me? Okay, I don't know. Sometimes I get quiet though when I'm playing, so that could be it too. But can you hear me right now talking? I don't know how else to make it louder. It's as loud as it goes. I could try a different headset though, probably. Alright, so what? Replace the section with glass. Alright, where do we want the people to be able to see the animals? I'm thinking this whole section. Well, no, we don't want them by the gate. I really didn't want the gate right there, though. They probably need to see them maybe on this side and this side. Glass. Ooh, nope, that's not what we want to do. Still trying to figure out this mouse movement. I haven't been playing on PC in so long. That's not glass. It didn't even replace the other side. Grr. Okay, so the sound is better, so I'll keep it all the way up. Glass. Replace.
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat.
I don't want it
It's
that
always
small.
best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
It won't let me go back to the glass. Grr. Well, that's boring. They can't just see through one hole. This is the tutorial, so whatever. Put a donation box by the glass.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh? By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Right, 4 ostriches, huh? And it still won't let me put more glass in? Stupid. So, ostrich, adopt, send to zoo, put in here.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Alright, so common ostrich, that's what they want. So put that there. And then we need food and water. Large food bowl for the common ostrich? Yes. Alright. Wait, that's the food bowl. This is the water trough.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven
Hey,
forbid they
Nighthawk.
ever escape. The speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts
Arwen?
are where the keepers prepare the food for animals.
some ostrich
so they should
feathers.
be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Yep. I wanted to get one of them running. This one looks like he might take off. says he's hungry and thirsty. Oh, because I gotta get the zookeepers going. This is the male. Oh, he took off. Dadgummit. He's trying to go after that female. There's like 3 females in there and 1 male. Okay, now he's drinking. There. Now he needs to go eat. Okay, so we got to create a facility, huh? Build a keeper hut. Okay. Classic keeper hut or a Planet Zoo keeper hut small. I think I like the way this one looks.
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
To rotate the keeper hut, hold down Z. Well, it is not liking that. Don't like these rocks, I bet. Is there a way to put that, excuse me, in a specific spot? Why is it not? Why is it not doing its thing? This is annoying. Oh, because it wants me to do it right there. What do you mean invalid rotation? What in the world? There we go.
This keeper hut only has space for 1 keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You gotta, like, make sure everything has power.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Why won't it go, like...
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away. Righty, your next job is to build a habitat. From scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier. Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
I wonder if it'll let me add glass to this route. Why am I not getting how to add glass to this stupid thing? No, whatever. Okay, let's put a gate in. I'll get back here, I think. Did it say brick or did it say concrete? I feel like it needs to be concrete. Not climbable. Well, this is not climbable either. I forgot what she said. Oh, 3.7 meters high. So we can use the brick. I want glass too. Put this around where the thing is.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Yes.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters. Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch. Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
God, they're expensive.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them. This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into Terrain and selecting the water tool. Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Apparently they like pumpkins. Oh, that was a food enrichment. Let's add a toy enrichment.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
I don't know where I want it. Put it right there.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio. Click on the Terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat. Okay then, open the Terrain editing tool, select Painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
What kind of soil? Does it matter? Okay. And apparently we need some long... No, we don't need as much long grass, so I need to get rid of it. So I need to put the soil over there. Where's the long grass? There we go. And then I got rid of the short grass. There we go.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Kind of
Right,
make it a
let's
little
head over to
greener,
the
though.
Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Make it a little greener. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me though. Okay. Let's look at the tigers. You know what, Chris? That might be me. That might have been something I did. I wonder if I can change it. Cause I unchecked the DVR option, and I bet you that's what it is. I hope that means it's not gonna like go away. But I wasn't sure what that meant. I've never had that as a choice before. Wait, maybe this? Okay, well maybe that wasn't me then. But it's not letting me, I don't think, go back either now. Or maybe it is. Hold on, let's see. Nope. It doesn't seem to be letting me go back. Weird. Okay, let's stop watching the tiger, shall we? Alright, what is it wanting us to do now? Locate the highlighted area, okay.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
Okay.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong. Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then. Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Chris, it happens to me too, so I don't know. Like, I even refreshed the stream and it doesn't get back, so I don't know. Snow leopard habitat. Ooh, I love snow leopards. I saw snow leopards in Canada. Snow leopards.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know,
He's
like
not
when you
happy.
see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
How do I do this? There. I don't understand.
L'amo è full aperto, spero. Come fai a vincerci,
Shut him up for a minute. Chris. Okay, what does it want me to do?
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or
Apparently
too
I
cold.
did it.
Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
A look-see. I don't remember where that is. Temperature view mode. Ah.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Oh, I need to add 3. I was like, what the heck is happening?
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Long grass and snow. Some more rock, maybe? It's not changing. Do I need rock first? There we go.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy.
Oh, it doesn't.
So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Yeah, well, that one was Chris. Okay, now let's look at a snow leopard, see if he's happy. He's hungry. My overall habitat species is 84%. I need to get it to 90. Right, zoo management.
As you can see,
Here.
this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Okay, well the tortoises are not happy. Why are the tortoises stressed out? They need enrichment. Food enrichment and toy enrichment. Oh my. Alright, so this is a Aldabra giant tortoise. Okay, they like that. What is happening right now? I didn't do that. Oh, it's a sprinkler. Weird. Okay, they like this too. Okay, they're good on toys. Let's find food enrichment. Okay, they like that. We'll put it right here. And they like this one. Put it... Go ahead and get it at 100%. They like this ice cube looking thing too. There. They need a hard shelter too. Alright. They like this one. That's a basic shelter. So what's a... This is a small one. Let's do a medium one. I like this one. But that wasn't enough. I don't know what it means by hard shelter. Good God, that's huge.
Che peruli.
It wants multiple ones. I guess so. Wants multiple ones. Okay, so his overall, the tortoises should be good now. Okay. Alright, we still gotta check on the animals. The zebra and giraffes are not happy, it looks like. They need food and toy enrichment, and they need terrain. Let's do the terrain first. They need some more long grass, looks like. Put it around the watering hole, maybe? Sounds logical.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
I want to fix this thing's terrain first.
Sounds like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
My goodness, there's a ton of soil in this thing. Come on. Almost got it below. There we go. It's in green. Alright, and then they wanted toy enrichments, right? Toy and food. And this is the... reticulated giraffe. Okay, there's one. Alright, now we need toy. Okay, they like this. Okay. Alright, that should do it. Now we'll go to the next tutorial. Alright, so... save. Last time I played with this was February of 22. Okay, we're gonna save over that. Alright, so... now we'll guess we'll just keep going down. Start them. I mean, I guess... yeah, I want to go through all of them on stream. Well, I probably won't do all these on stream anyway. Time scenarios. I'll probably fail at that. I might do that on my own. Alright, so we'll just do this one. We'll leave it on medium since we did okay with that one. Yeah, I never played it online. I zoned out to it. I didn't have this software then, and I didn't feel like fooling with OBS then. And StreamYard is just funky. Like, you can't really hear the sound unless you, like, share your whole computer and... I played it for a long time. I could zone out through these games for hours.
Welcome to
The only
Madagascar.
problem is
It's
I
quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather,
don't feel comfortable
they
in
don't
my
call these places rainforest for nothing.
You know when that was? When I got my PlayStation 4.
The zoo you'll be working in is an ape
I got my
sanctuary,
PlayStation
where
4
we're doing vitally important conservation work.
probably in
Not just
April.
for apes, but for all kinds of species.
But see,
But
that
apes,
game
well,
That was
Apes
February.
are
That's
some
probably
of the
when I started
closest relatives
playing
to
it.
humans there are. And yet, the way the world
I
treats
went through
them is
some of these
like,
scenarios
well, very much
probably
like some of
since
us
then.
treat our
So I probably stopped
actual
playing it when I
relatives.
got my PlayStation 4. And
Anyway,
then I got my
that's why I'm
PlayStation 5,
determined
and then
that
the
our
rest is
operation
history.
here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by
You know
taking
what
a
I
look at
could
the
do,
red-ruffed
though?
lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play.
Maybe that'll help my
Come on,
voice.
let's
Turning
head over to them.
the volume down on the stream. Okay, maybe that'll help. Nope. I don't think they're gonna put it on PlayStation. They're even putting out more. I looked the other day and saw more DLCs for it on Steam. I was like, oh god, because like I actually liked this one better than Coaster, but I need to get some sort of. I need to get some sort of like table for my bed or something so I can get comfortable. Sometimes I just can't sit in this chair for hours because I sit in the chair for hours working all day. So sometimes I just don't want to sit in an office chair anymore. So I need to figure out a way to make my PC because my PC is really good. I could play a lot of games on PC. I do like playing with the controller better than the mouse though and keyboard, but it's not bad.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean
The graphics, I
orangutans.
think, are better on this one, though. But they did put the Jurassic World one on Sony. Jurassic World's basically the same as this, only you're taking care of dinosaurs. But it's, like, copyrighted. I don't think I can stream it, because... I mean, if I stream it, I have to turn the music off, and, like, it's no fun to play it without hearing the Jurassic Park theme song. But the same people make it. But it's on Sony, but they didn't put this one on Sony. Don't know why. Alright, so it wants me to locate another highlighted area, okay?
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Look at the graphics on
Aren't
that
they
thing, man.
just
His
incredible?
hair is moving. Just wait till I show you their
When you're
crap.
ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our
Hilarious.
beautiful
Okay, he went
bonobos.
through
They're
the
quite
wood.
the characters.
Ruby. I don't know if they have any... let me look. The store. They have Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo. I think that's it. I think they just have... Let's see, Planet Zoo. I've got the... let me go to library. It'll tell me how many I have, I think. They just came out with the Arid, I think that's how you say that, animal pack in June of this year. The tropical pack was April of this year. Grasslands animal pack was December of last year. And I have the South America, Australia, Southeast Asia, Africa, North America is on my wish list. Europe is on my wish list. Wetlands, conservation, Twilight. And then the other ones I just named. So they have a lot of DLCs for this game. No, they're DLCs to add into the main game. Okay, what does it want? Locate the highlighted area again, okay?
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the Animals tab. And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos. Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, Sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo. Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo. And then click on the Call Vet button to call the vet over to capture it. Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
It don't bother me, Chris. I actually like Twilight okay. I like the books. The movies are okay. I watch them just to kind of relive the book in my head. Hey Corey, welcome.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Oh, I delete it. Oh, press the delete button. Or maybe not. Select it. That works too.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the Animals tab. And finally, click on Unbox All Animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet. So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again. Hire a mechanic and then click on a path to place them in the zoo. And then click on the path again to hire a second mechanic. As you can see, you don't have to go back into staff management if you're hiring lots of the same type of staff member. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it. Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre.
A turtle kangaroo?
Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there.
In other words,
is
you want
actually a
turtles
hollow
and kangaroos
shell.
in the
So
same
we're able
habitat.
to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
I wish I had my controller with this kind of stuff. I gotta see if I can finagle it. How do I get it in there? There we go. Or did it? I don't think it did. How do I turn auto stacking off? I don't see where it says auto stacking anywhere. I haven't checked to add to building though. I do have a controller for my PC, Chris, but it doesn't really work in Steam, I don't think. I'll have to Google it, see if I can get it to work. I just didn't have time. I barely got, like, me and Mark were testing this new streaming software till like 5 minutes before. confused. Let's see. Bottom right menu, first tab near the bottom of options. Do you hear? It's a tiny checkbox on the bottom right menu, first tab near the bottom of options. Okay, so you click this, then you click this, and then okay, I don't think it's that one though. Okay. It said something about it being... Well, no, that is the door side. I'm about to scream. Where is auto stacking? you first go to place the facility, you'll see some options in the lower right. Auto stack is not there, but once you place the building or move an existing building, the menu in the lower right is different, includes an auto stack checkbox. You'll have to scroll the menu to see it. Alright. Click this. Rotate it so the door is in the front. Click the group. Line him up. Auto stack. But auto stacking is not on. I really just want to get rid of that. Because it's driving me bat crazy. It's the only research center there is. Do I have to put it there? Getting really annoyed now. Maybe I don't need to add it to a group. Wants me to add it to a group. Don't that do it? Looks like it did it.
Right.
Oh,
Splendid
finally.
work.
God.
Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also
Ugh,
all the potential
cockroaches.
diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research. Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights. First off, off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Education speakers, huh? Two education boards and 2 speakers. Alright, it looks like there's already an education board right there. Oh, that's right. You have to click it. No. Whoa. I thought you had to click it and like specify it or something. Oh, I want my... Yeah, I thought... Oh, it's backwards.
And from the drop-down list,
Oh, yeah,
select
see, yeah.
ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
This is backwards. How do I move it? There we go.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Well, why won't it let me... I don't understand. There we go. No. Why? I don't understand. It's pissing me off. Is that like, well, no, because the stand is already there. Just gonna put one over here and be done with it. I don't care. Look at this.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
put one over here. And we'll put one over here.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
God, where'd they go? Right there. Could they be any smaller? The dang tree is in the way. I wish this blue stuff would go away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's right there.
Fantastic. Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
It wanted me to put those things in that highlighted area is what it was. But like these are boards and it won't let me get rid of them. Maybe it wanted me to put them on that. I don't know. I can't get rid of those boards though. It won't let me link it to anything. It's getting on my nerves. I want these stupid things gone. Whatever. Okay.
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Oh, I keep
Well, now
forgetting
that we've
to
enriched
put
the
my
lives of our
thing in
guests,
Discord.
let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Hold on, folks. Okay, let's get back to it. Oh, I've got to figure out a more comfortable spot. Like a way to sit on the couch and play my laptop. I think it will, like, when it's not in the tutorial. But for whatever reason, it's there in the tutorial and it's not letting me do certain things. But you're supposed to be able to click on them, just like I did this one, and assign what educational content you want it to go to. So, like, the ringtail lemurs are in here, and that's what I've chosen, but you're supposed to be able to assign the different animals to it. So, what am I supposed to do now? Satisfy the ring-tailed lemur climbable area requirement. Okay.
Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Which one is it? Alright, red tail lemur. Ring-tailed lemur. But it was said something about a blueprint already. I'm confused. I'm confused again. Why? Usually it points out what a lemur climbing frame. Here we go.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us,
Maggie!
though, isn't it?
What are
You
you
can
doing,
unlock
baby?
better quality food for animals
Oh,
through
you know what?
research.
I froze my root
Luckily,
beer.
we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat. Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering.
Ugh.
So,
No,
a
I just
new
looked
climbing
over and
frame
she was
and
laying on her
better
back with her
food.
feet on the air.
Oh, you've really
Just
spoilt those
not
lemurs
moving or
rotten.
anything, just
Now,
like she was
I think
dead.
it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat. Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
What was his name? Okay, that one. Alright, and then we're gonna release him to the wild. Arr.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile.
Kind of, maybe?
Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
I don't know. I don't know if he was like old. I don't remember. Is it still doing that thing where you can't go back and look on the stream? I really think that I did that, to be honest with you. I really think me doing the DVR thing did that. Okay, I gotta locate the highlighted area. Oh, it's another one of these huts. Ugh.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left.
Oh, I get
Just
to do
add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier. Then pop it into the gap.
These I can do. These are fun.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
I thought it was Gila, but I guess it's Gila monster. Did not know
Just as we
that.
do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there. When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. Good. Now click on the Layout tab. Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster.
Wait, what are we doing? People keep texting me and I keep missing what the objective is.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy. That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
How do you set it to be the... Oh, that's a person.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
So, I need... Okay. I have to have 12 species in the park, so... Oh, does that mean I have to build something? I keep missing what she tells me to do because people keep bothering me. It probably wants me to build something right here. I can build off that too. Can I? Maybe? I think that's just a hut. Maybe we should try to put 3 species in one habitat, maybe? Huh. Looks like we can build something down here too, maybe? I don't know how we'd get down there though. Let's just try to put... Well, we can put giraffes. Well, let's see what we can buy. Well, we can do some more exhibits. That'll give us more species. already have, though. Okay, let's see. We have a hippo. We have a mandrill. Do we have a red ruffed lemur? Yes. We have both lemurs. We have a bonobo. Do we have a tapir or whatever that is? No, we don't. We have a western chimpanzee. No. Well, this is the monkey park. Maybe we should get a chimpanzee. And then maybe put some exhibits over here. Okay. Okay, Chris, cool. I can't decide if I want to play another one after this one. But we gotta finish this, might take a minute. So I'll be right back. Well, I'll wait a second. Okay. Alright, so we gotta make a habitat. Yay. And paths. Alright, so habitat, we'll do, no, barrier. We need a gate, so we'll put the gate over here probably. Like a plan. Well, no, we'll put it back here because we're gonna put the viewing area there probably. I have no idea. Do I want wooden though? No, I don't think I do. I have no idea. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. We'll do metal. How do I get rid of this? God. Like that. I have no idea what to do for this one. No. I guess it's only gonna let me do wood. So we need a wood gate then. I feel like a monkey's gonna climb out of this though. Just saying. to make it really tall, I guess. Ugh. Why? Oh no, come on now. Ah, those are supposed to be glass. Crap. No! Mm. There. I have no idea how much to raise it to. Which are these? $10. Okay, so let's raise those to 10 and make them the same. Probably not, but I just want to complete the objective. Well, like on these particular ones, I can only put when animals are available to me, and I can't get alligators, so I'm getting the chimpanzee. So, animal trading. We're gonna get the western chimp. Oh, I have to spend my stuff. Where does that at? I forgot. Oh, how do I know how many I have? Oh. I got to build a path. Where did my animal go? Where'd he go? He's in the... get him up to speed in a minute whenever we figure out what he needs. Well, we can go ahead and do it. Let's see. He needs a apparatus. Cannot have that one though. Here we go. Excuse me. That gives him enough toys. He doesn't like. Oh, those aren't toys. Those are climbing apparatuses. We gotta give him toy. One. Okay, he's at 100. Now food. That didn't. Or though. Else we need to do? Seems happy. He probably is gonna need a friend though. Chimpanzees, I don't feel like want to be alone. Oh no! Oh, the chimpanzee escaped. How did he escape? Crap on a cracker. Alright, so I'm thinking that the we need to make the fence higher, maybe? Not sure. He wants a hard shelter. Coverage. How do I know how high to make the thing? He needs a friend. They're climbing the freaking wood fence. Okay, so we need to edit the barrier. Did you see that monkey climb that freaking wood fence, man? So it needs to be all glass. Yay. Alright, so barriers. Like this. Glass. Glass. Means we need to replace that gate. How do you replace that gate? I get on my nerves. God, how did it escape this time? Thinking about just taking this entire barrier down. But I can't figure out how. There. Like that. Crap. Did it get out again? No. I like those concrete. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of these wood ones. Maybe they aren't wood. Maybe they're metal. What the heck? Stupid. Now it won't delete again. Absolutely ridiculous. That's what we needed at. Why are they uneven? Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Take this stupid thing down. Like, just delete it, the whole thing, please. Now what? Okie dokie. Okay. Gotta figure out why those animals are not happy. Alright, how many chimps do we have in here? Just the one? The female. Let's get it a male. Oh, there's not any there. Crap. Well, where did my other one go? Alright, let's see what's wrong with the freaking lemur. Maybe we need more vets. Yeah, we only have one. Let's see if that changes. Okay, now I feel like... Where's my... Where... he's in quarantine, so we need to move him. Hmm. Okay, it looks like the vet is... They're doing their thing. Okay, so... While the chimpanzees do their thing, let's create the exhibit like I was going to do. Wonder if that chimpanzee will climb that tree. Surely they couldn't get out of it, though. We'll see what happens. Alright. I want to do facilities. Animal exhibit. Medium exhibit. Probably gonna have to do some damn... Give me just a second, people. Alright, let's get some exhibits in there, shall we? I believe you just do this. Oh, the cockroach. Alright, do we have a giant tiger? Alright, what? Alright, do we have a Goliath frog? No. We don't have a Goliath frog, and we don't have the lesser. Do we have that? No. Or wait, no. No. How do I go to... Oh, that's animal training. Zoo. Have a Gila moth. I already have a cockroach, so we don't want another one of those. I've got the iguana. It doesn't look like we have a frog. Or the slug. Alright, so let's get us a frog.
My, you have been busy, haven't you? Splendid! But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Go on, get to it.
Ooh, I gotta connect that path. Gonna bug the crap out of me if I don't. Okay, well we gotta make sure that those... Yeah, see, it's not... The humidity in this thing is not good. Alright, so we need to... lower this. Why isn't it decreasing? Layout? Okay. I don't have that enrichment level yet. So that means I need to do research on the frog. Okay, so I gotta here. Vet research. And we'll move Werner to the Goliath Frog. Okay. Now, why is the humidity on this thing not coming down? I know, what's wrong with the stupid thing? Oh, my game must be paused. No, it's not. Oh, I bet you I don't have power. Alrighty, so to do power, I've got to do facilities, utilities, a transformer, connect it right, let's put it in the back so it's not seen very well. Right there. Okay, let's see if that changes it. Oh god, the giant tiger land snail has attracted protesters. Okay. I forgot about that whole power thing. So annoying. Alright, layouts for the snail. Alright, let's see. Layouts. Let's give him a large rock pile, medium rock pile, small rock pile. We gotta research the snail some more. Let's see, Natalia. We'll do the snail. Alright, the Goliath frog is not an ideal temperature now.
I'll have a dormel. Well, I'm not finished.
Okay. So, where are we at with our objectives? Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. Okay, so let's check our animals. The bonobo is not pleased. Everyone else is. So let's go check on him. And then I'm gonna go take a break and then I might start another one because I'm kind of addicted. Even though it's almost 9 here, but I don't know, we'll see. Let's check on him and then we'll make a decision. So, go to them. Their enrichments. Looks like food and toy enrichment. So let's see what we can, if we can make them happy. Ooh, look at them, they're not happy. They're just laying there. Alright. Habitat, toy, and this is the bonobo. So, they like this. They like those. They like those. They like boxes. They like these. Don't like those. They don't like those. They like these. Alright, that gets it to 100. Food. They like that. They like these.
Lovely job there.
Okay.
You should be proud of yourself. Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Lanny, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
It's not, or it's
Wow!
every
Well,
time
you certainly transformed the zoo.
I can't,
I barely
every time I get a
recognize it.
Twitter
A wonderful
notification,
new exhibit,
it goes
some
off.
fascinating new species, and you've done wonders for the animals' welfare by enriching their habitats. Who doesn't love playing with a 3-foot wide soccer ball, huh? I mean, other than professional soccer players. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't easy, though. I expect money was tighter than a possum's pouch. Plowing all those funds back into the welfare of the animals doesn't make running these places a picnic. Although, it does make me feel a little less guilty about how much our gift shops charge. No, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason to run a zoo is to help animal kind. Sadly, it appears some other people have far less noble goals.
So when you finish a thing, it gives you more animals. Okay, interesting. Alright, let me save that one. Okay, so exit to main menu. Alright, so do I want to start? Let's start the Panda Park. I may not finish it, but we're going to start it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it ready. Well, I'm going to leave it right there. What I need to do is create... I could do it really quick, actually. Give me just a minute. Well, it won't take me but a second. I need to create a little thumbnail that says pee break. But anyway, I'll be right back. Yes, Lady Miss, Panda Park. Panda Park. Be right back. Okay. No, it's not tinkle time. It's pee break. I have never said tinkle time. Or powder room, for that matter. Alright, I forgot to get my pills, so hold on a moment. Okay. Okay. Panda Park. Yes, they're all the same thing. I just don't say it. I say P. Alright. Panda Park. I'll leave it on medium because we're doing okay with that. Maggie, what is wrong?
pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal. I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Oh, well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know? Thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered. Amazing! That said, they're still considered vulnerable. So, this zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining, along with all the general maintaining, too. I really can tell you how important the welfare of those pandas is. Oh, wait, I can. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although, perhaps more pressingly, the eyes of Nancy are on you, too.
Welcome to China. This is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished, but we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo.
Okay, locate the giant panda exhibit and then do the camera. Well, of course we're gonna do the camera.
Obviously, the giant
Oh,
pandas are
look
the
at 'em
main attraction for this
eating.
zoo, and luckily for us,
A baby
we have one which was
panda.
born just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it. Go on, don't be shy. Select the panda cub. Oh, doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart? So cute.
Cockles of
Did
your
you know
heart.
that giant
Okay.
pandas, or Ailuropoda melaleuca for being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day. Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though. Oh no. I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed
There's
into a
the
habitat
panda
without going
poop.
through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
Where's the antelope at? Oh, it's in here? Let's just go here to find it. That'll be easier. Oh, there's flamingos. Well, it doesn't say that it's sick.
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you. Oh, phew. That's a relief. Now that we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat. I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there?
Oh my gosh.
In order to build the vet surgery, click on Facilities, Staff Facilities, and then Vet Surgeries.
I didn't put that very straight,
That's the
did I?
job. Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery. Yes, diseases can spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out.
Locate what? That is water treatment too.
Click on the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel. Yes, I don't think you need a degree in mechanics to tell that this thing's thoroughly banjaxed. Click Call Mechanic to get him to come over and fix it for us. So, just to explain, water treatment facilities work in a similar manner to power sources, in that they have a radius of influence around them. That means any body of water which is even partly within that radius will be cleaned automatically. Also, like power sources, if they get damaged, that radius of influence will shrink, meaning that it might stop cleaning water sources which were only just within its reach. If you want to check how much of your zoo is covered by your water treatment facilities, then there's a heat map you can use to see the coverage. That way, you can quickly spot problem areas and rectify the issue. Good work. Now that the water treatment facility has been repaired, the water will be cleaned up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You can also use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, bins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers. Now, I'll be honest, I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it. Doing research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it. And even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent. I'd like you to start some research into bordetellosis. Disease research can be found in vet research, so head over to your research centre and get one of the vets researching it. Lovely job. Once that research is complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no time.
Whew! That was a close-run thing with those antelopes. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there. We had a horrible outbreak of viral gastroenteritis here at Goodwin House. Although, luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Right. Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand, we can start to focus on the guests and improving their time in the park. You see, you can also do research into new and improved guest facilities, transport rides, as well as new types of barrier and other things via the workshop. I've highlighted the workshop for you, so head over there, select it, and then click on View Workshop.
Um, it doesn't want me to do anything with that. It wants me to begin researching just a memento.
And finally, assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
There we go.
Great stuff. That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had some good news. It turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program. Even so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim, but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine. Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section. Just click transfer to animal storage next to each of the pandas and then they'll be sent there. Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
Okay. I did collect them in animal rewards, so now what? Don't see quarantine, so... Oh wait, this is quarantine. So how do you put them in quarantine? Oh, maybe... Zoo... Animals... This one, maybe? No, I'm confused. No, I think this is it.
While we wait for them to clear quarantine, you should set up their new habitat so they feel at home in there. I'll also need you to bring over one of the male pandas from our other habitat, but because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
Move him where? Okay, so where's the new oh, over here. We don't have to build it. Or do we? Ugh. Do we? I can't tell. No, it has a fence, don't it? Oh, let's see. Oh my god, it's snowing. It's dark. That's a female. There's a male. Him. Here. Alright, so we need to get... Oh, where did he go? Food enrichment. Are any of them for the giant panda? There's one. Toy enrichment. Can't wait till I get otters. It's gonna be fun. I love me some otters. Alright, increase terrain welfare to 90%. Alright, well, I've got to find the panda first. I have no idea which one. Like, I have no idea where he's at. There he is. Alright. Grass. We need less long grass and more short grass.
Good news. Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I
well,
hope you've
I
made
got
their habitat
to-
as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
Okay, well, I gotta make some more short grass. So, chill out. Doesn't want to, though. Not doing it. I guess because we gotta get the pandas in there.
I think they'll be really happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right. While they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there? Well, unless you hit the pause button. Okay, I think it's time I taught you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff and then work zones. Now, click on New Work Zone. To set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room and keeper hut. Oh, and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator. Now let's hire a new keeper and assign them to our new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings-on in the zoo. Go on, hire one. Then, click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their Employment tab. At the bottom, you can assign them to your new work zone from the drop-down menu. There you go. Now your keeper will focus his attention on our new pandas. Oh, and just so you know, all types of staff can be assigned work zones. Just make sure that they have access to all the buildings that they need. And one last thing. You might find it faster to assign them from the Work Zones tab in the Staff section of Zoo Management. That'll save you having to chase around selecting your staff one by one. Oh, it sounds like the brand research has been completed. You should collect your rewards. And you can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into mechanic research. Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money. Oh, that's ever so wonderful, that is. Anyway, I'm just off for a moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Aw, those pandas look just
18
adorable.
species.
I can see why
That
people
means
keep
I gotta put
foolishly
3
forgetting
more
that
in
they're
here.
wild bears. And good work on that new gift shop branding. Just
I feel like
a
we don't need
memento.
any. I don't feel like we don't need any.
Very clever.
more big
Much better than our
stuff.
old overpriced gifts branding. I'm all for truth in advertising, but
What's
it was
happening
perhaps a
over here,
little
though?
on the nose.
Back as promised. Right, I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo. Now, you can find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats. Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
Okay, they want a place to hide. Right, so... Oh, well, he's okay now. That one's not, though. I wonder how they hide up in that thing. They need food enrichment, though. That didn't do anything. Should have. It's the only one that they like. Weird. Oh, because I'm picking the wrong stupid thing. These aren't gonna work either. Ugh, it's dark. Okay. Just that one. Sometimes they just get pissed off and then they get over it. They seem to be okay now. Alright. But these guys are not happy. There we go. Alright, so they need a place to hide. So... Okay, that makes them... Okay, they're happy now. That research. Okay. Let's put an exhibit right here, shall we? Sounds like a good plan. Put one with 3, maybe? Oh no, it's just a... Oh, it's got 4. Okay, so let's put... Let's put one with 2. Is it going to let me? There we go. Okay, do we have a boa constrictor already? Let's see. We do not have a boa, so let's get a boa. Let's get a male boa. It looks like that one's powered, but this one's not. So let's get a thingy. Oh, it is. It's blue. Alright. Now, what do we got? Do we want a spider? Or a common death adder? A diamondback turtle of some sort? Terrapin is what it is. A tongue... Let's do a lizard. Ooh, a wolf. I think I remember the wolves being really hard last time. Okay, let's do that eastern... lizard. Eastern blue-tongued lizard. Let's do a female. Let's do this cheap male. Okay. Humidity. That one's good. That one's good. It says it's replay? What is this now? Exhibit has no keepers assigned to it. Okay, well, we'll get a keeper assigned to it. My god, I just built the thing. Now, what happened to the path that was over here? Okay, now we need another exhibit. I don't want to build a pen. I don't feel like building a pen right now. The pandas. Over here looks good. Maybe. Somewhere over here. Alright, let's do a spider. We'll do a Brazilian salmon pink tarantula.
I'm sure you know by now how to make your animals happy. So you'd best get that sorted before the inspector gets here. Sorry, did I not mention there was an inspector coming?
Oh,
dear.
joy. Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. Okay, well, I've got to get my spider happy, but to do that, I've got to create research. So that research, put Sherry on it. Where? Oh, that's right, I've got to do. Well. There it is. Okay. Now let's go look at my other animals, see if we can do anything about them. Everybody's pretty happy. Let's go check out the flamingos. They're less happy. They need some toy enrichment.
Looks like you've got everything humming away nicely. Well done. Oh, well, it seems that with our new pandas and other species, we've attracted lots and lots of new guests. Let's work on making sure those guests are kept happy. That means making sure they have great views of the animals, lots of places to buy food and drink, and, well, lots of places to get rid of food and drink. Toilets. You should think carefully about where to put your guest facilities, though. For instance, don't put all of the food shops in the same place. Just look at how the guests are distributed around the park and put your facilities where they'll be needed the most. As long as you remember to pay attention to what the guests are thinking, you'll soon have a handle on what everyone wants.
Hey, Mark. Yes, I'm still going. Yes, I can see. I was getting lost in something though. Okay, I have to open the guest view mode. Guest heat map. Okay. Red means they're not happy. Well, you know what? I don't give a crap. Alright. Place a chief beef. Where am I gonna place all these food places? Ah, here looks like a good spot. Place a Cosmic Cow milkshake. That ain't gonna work. Right on top of a tree. Information Center. A toilet block. Where am I gonna put a toilet block? Right there will work. 5 bins. I don't remember where those are. There we go, bins. Benches. Three, 4, 5.
Oh, sounds like the inspector's almost
All
here.
right.
Now, I fully expect you to pass with flying colours. Anything less, and I might have to organise a little job exchange scheme for you with
Looks
whoever's
like
mucking
my
out the
rating
pandas.
is 3.5, so I should be fine. Alright. Animal. He is not happy. Why is he not happy? He's stressed out again. Why? Okay. So they need... He needs... Go in there and hide. Go in there and hide. Okay, it looks like they're getting better. Maybe. Oh god, they've attracted protesters. But it looks like they're getting better. XSplit broadcaster, Mark. Top left. Yeah, I think the rewind stream thing is my fault because I didn't select DVR. Oh, he's pissed again. Like he keeps going out of the... Makes me just want to like move them out of there, and like this happens all the time in this game. Like they get pissed off. Like they've got plenty of shelter. But there's nothing that will completely enclose it. So... See, now he's fine. Whatever. The toilet is inaccessible. It had a path. Oh. These stupid trees are in the way. I cannot see a dang thing. Where is the park inspector? The taper. Oh, there's two different animals in here. That's probably why. Oh, he's like taking forever. Let's speed this up. But he is here. But I can't do it either, Chris. I can't go back. So I think it's something I did. So the next time I use it, I'm going to not uncheck that DVR. In fact, I'm going to Google it. Yep. The DVR feature lets your viewers pause, rewind, and continue during the live stream. So I turned it off like an idiot. Because I didn't know what it did. And I had never seen that option before, so I didn't want anything messed up. So the next time I do it, I won't uncheck that. Alright, he's headed to the Chinese Pangolin, whatever. Alright, now he's headed to them, which I hope they're okay now, because God almighty. Let's see how he is. I think I released him to the wild, so I don't know how he's gonna see that one. Yeah, I only have this one. It says I got a 5, so... now he's leaving. Okay, so once he leaves, I should be good to go.
Oh, goodness.
Hooray!
You know, I really can't believe just how much you've come on during our time together. It goes to show, Bernie's got a keen eye for talent. Oh, and speaking of Bernie, he's not finished with you yet. He's got a new job for you in Canada. I get the feeling that you'd best pack
we
a
get to
warm
go to
coat.
Canada.
Oh, listen, it's been wonderful getting to know you, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But in the meantime, good luck.
Okie doke.
I've been told that there are smiles on the faces of all of the guests. And that's a real testament to the hard work you've put into this place. And if anything, I hear the animals look even happier. Although, in all honesty, it's hard to tell with the pandas. They're so, enigmatic.
Before we end,
I'm told that Lin-Lin's quite the character, though. Oh, she's
Let's go to
really
the
been a hit
pandas
with the
real
visitors.
quick.
You could even say the business is bam booming.
We'll end watching a panda.
And fingers crossed, we might even
If
be
I
able
can
to
find
feature
them.
pandas at some of my other zoos. Now
think
that
they're in
you've
here.
shown
Here's
everyone
one.
we know how to cater for their welfare. I
Lin-Lin.
shouldn't be surprised, though. After all, you've become a very capable trainee zoo manager. I suspect there isn't a single task I could throw at you which you wouldn't handle with aplomb. That said, I think the next one's gonna be a bit of a curveball.
look at that panda? I don't know, Chris. I guess we'll have to find out. I can look at it. It might say before I... Ooh, we got a big one. Alright, folks. Real quick. Can I do this? Yeah. Or maybe not. I was gonna show y'all something that, Chris did real quick so that I have it for next time. So, hold on, let me get it. I gotta figure out how to do this midstream. Oh, can't do it on that. Well, I'll do it on here. Alright, y'all can hear me, right? Okay, yeah. Alright, so... Chris gave me this for next time. Except for I have to save it a different way. Hell. That's so annoying. I don't want to save it as that. So I gotta do my program. Hold on. Absolutely annoying. Okay, now it should work. Image. There we go. Now I can put that up whenever I go do my pee breaks. Alright, so... Oh. Wonderful shot. The panda just took a crap. Okay, so... Maybe I should make that a short. Alright, so we will end it there. And we will be back next time. If you can't tell, I get addicted to this game because I've been streaming for the last 4 hours, so. Alright, well I'm gonna exit to the main menu. And we'll see where Canada is, see if it tells us. If not, we'll have to be surprised next time. If I remember correctly, this one wasn't very easy. It was kind of difficult because you had different, I think you had snow and stuff, and it was kind of hard to keep the animals happy. Maple Leaf? Candy Lake, which probably isn't real. I don't know. We'll see what it says. Alright, I will see y'all next time. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah, the outro went well that time too, so I'm gonna have to work on those. Good night, all.